With another year coming to a close, it's time to reflect back on the important things. I'm not talking about the egregious amount of gaming industry layoffs, though holy Unity and Blizzard, what are you guys doing? No, today I'm sharing with you my top 10 games of 2024 that released in 2024. I have a list here of mostly indie titles, so I highly recommend checking them out if you haven't heard of them already. Without further ado, let's get into it. We begin with number 10, as most countdown lists do. We have King of the Bridge. I've made a review of this game already, so if you want my full thoughts on it, please check that out. I haven't played chess in a long time, but Mr. Finn Schuring gave this timeless classic board game a refreshing change. It was such a pleasant and unique experience to play this game. I used more of my brain against this little troll than I did during my time in Baldur's Gate 3, and in that one, I'm just shy of 340 hours. Number 9 is Raw Metal, a roguelike beat-em-up dungeon crawler. Approach and take out your enemies stealthily, all gas brute force, or utilize one of the many gadgets and armor pieces to give you the upper hand. The combat system is satisfying, and you become nearly invincible if you master parrying. You can't spam the same attacks, however, as the more you use them before switching up your combos, the less effective they become. This game is hard. I haven't reached the second boss in the little time that I've given it, but I had a great time nonetheless. For number 8, we have Core Keeper, a Terraria and Minecraft-inspired sandbox adventure survival craft game by Pugstorm. It has your typical crafting game loop of collect materials to get better materials to get even better and stronger materials, but has so many quality of life tools implemented that it takes a lot of the tedious work out of it, keeping you engaged in the fun parts of fighting and building. There are unique bosses and treacherous biomes as well as hidden treasures that keeps the adventure going. Number 7 is a hidden gem called Extra Coin. This game caught my eye not only because it was indie, but because the developers worked on this game for 4 years and still decided to price it at $5. It's a wonderful thing to be able to share your long and hard work at a price that keeps the gate of entry low and easily attainable, while still being compensated for your work. I wish AAA studios could adopt the passion over profit mentality. We'd see such higher quality coming from the amount of money they pour into their projects. Anyway, back to Extra Coin. You play as Mika, a young woman whose parents have transcended into a virtual utopia where many other people to escape to in order to get away from their drab and sometimes endangering lives. The art and animation is incredible and the story is compelling and thought-provoking. Before this, I didn't think too hard about the implications of a highly advanced virtual reality and therefore virtual society. The tennis-like combat system is fun as well, and you can customize it how you like, and I was able to beat the game without ever using advanced moves like curveballs, so that's nice too. For number 6, we have Pepper Grinder, a unique and refreshing take on the platformer genre where your main mode of movement is via drill. You drill through enemies, dirt, and even water to jump and fly around. The boss fights were fun but hard as hell. There's not really much else to say other than I had a great time. This game took me less than 3 hours to clear every level and boss, but there's plenty of stuff to do if you want to go back and 100% it. Number 5. You know this one. You probably love it and are addicted to it already. Number 5 is Balatro. Nothing to say that no one else has already. I know I, for one, have put in way too much time. The top 4 were especially hard for me to rank. I would give them all number 1 if I could, but that's just not how ranking systems work, so take it with a grain of salt. So for my number 4 spot, I have I Am Your Beast. This is one that few of you probably heard of, but every one of you should go and at least try it, and I mean right now. This game is action, adrenaline, and dopamine injected directly into your brainstem. You play as Agent Harding, a retired government badass who protects his life of peace and tranquility through acts of unspeakable violence, which is okay because it's all self-defense. Punch, blast, stab, and explode your way through meticulously designed, non-linear levels to reach that elusive S rank. Be the best Harding that you can be. And when you're in between levels, the story bits are incredibly crafted and add so much to the gameplay experience. Do yourself a favor and play this game already. Support Strange Scaffold so they can make more games. Please, I'm begging you. Number 3 is my beloved, Hades 2. It needs no introduction. You all know what this game is. I've been a fan of Supergiant since their first game released in 2011, Bastion. Their other games, Transistor and Pyre, are incredible as well, and deserve just as much attention. Everything Supergiant creates is golden, and each game is unique. Hades 2 takes what they learned from the first Hades game and improves upon it, creating the best player experience possible. If you haven't played it yet, just do yourself a favor and go play it now. Number 2 is one you all know, but do you really know it? The game is Animal Well, developed by Mr. Billy Basso. I don't know what kind of inner demons this man has to convince himself to make his own game engine and craft such an expansive game under 1 GB, but we need more of them in this game industry. This game is a perfect example of how not all gamers need 40 GB texture packs for their Calls of Duty. Some of us, myself included, want creative and innovative ways to explore and interact with the world around us. Every room and encounter is unique, and the fear plus curiosity of the unknown is a powerful tool that's used extremely well. Now for the final game, number 1. What could possibly be my number 1 of 2024? Just for fun, pause the video and try to guess and see if you're right. Number 1 is none other than Helldivers 2. You all know it, no need for explain what it is, but rather why. Helldivers 2 brought the feeling of playing games with my friends that I hadn't felt in a long time. The action, the callouts, the screaming, the unceremonious deaths, and the occasional noble sacrifice. Every minute of my 51 hours was spent dying and respawning alongside them. And with the new and free major update, there's more joy and fun to be had. Absolutely incredible that they priced this game at $40 at launch. Well, that's it for my top 10 games of 2024. What did you think? Would you reorder them or add something different to the list? Tell me your favorite games that came out this year in the comments below. Also, I have a Discord now, so feel free to join that. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one.